What's going on, everybody? It's Rev, and welcome back to another Dauntless video. In this video, we're going to be doing not only episode 7, we're going to be going a little bit harder. And I imagine that due to the fact that people in the comments are asking for longer episodes, and that probably means that they're moving faster than I am. So today we're going to go a little bit hard. We're going to actually finish into the Maelstrom all in one sitting. It's going to be a lot. Hopefully y'all can follow along. I just logged in and got my what I did is I logged in, I grabbed my my daily login bonus, wherever that may be, supplies, I believe. I don't know, I grabbed it wherever it is. I definitely did grab it. Got the cells. I grabbed my overpowered +2 from the middleman. I just did all my odds and ends once I logged in. And then one thing I did was upgrade my Ember Cutlass to +4 because sword is my main weapon, and we're gonna go a little bit hard today. And so my plan here is for the new players or the players following along, grab the Ember Cutlass, grab your Ember Cutlass if you're falling behind on Drask parts, because this is what we're doing today. We're gonna kill Drask maybe twice, and then I'm going to make the Drask weapon. I'm going to upgrade it as much as I can, and then I'm going to go fight Kharabak. And so with your weapon, with your preferred weapon, you can do the same. And so lesser Drask isn't going to be much of a threat now that we are in, you know, +4s, and we have I'm currently wearing my sword with Blade Storm conditioning. I'm using the fiery helmet, which has agility in it. I have the Rage Hunter +3 from the middleman of this week. You may or may not have that. That's totally fine if you don't. But Lesser Drask is not going to take very long. We had the +2 overpower that I started in the previous episode. And I also got the +2 energized off of the middleman as well. Shrike Zeal also has a conduit +1. Nothing really crazy in terms of like what our build is. We just have some relatively decent cells. So... and if you don't have those cells, it's not really a big deal. We'll just, you know, just make do with what you have and what you've crafted thus far. The important thing is that your gear is upgraded to +4 across the board. You want +4. You want to always keep your main weapon that you're using up to date, and that goes really importantly with later in the game when you start fighting and patrolling more frequently. Because when you're patrolling, you don't know what you're going to fight. And so you need to have a larger toolkit available to you so you can change on the fly. And that's kind of where loadouts come in. But let's go find this Drask. I'm going to just keep the video rolling. I typically cut stuff out like this, but, you know, it's more intimate this way. I was hoping yep, sweet. All right. I'm going hard on these quests. I'm throwing grenades. I'm doing launch the barrage. I'm rolling this laser. Getting sword mastery, even though I'm not a gamer and didn't dodge that. All right. I need limbs. Limbs are the utmost importance right now. I just broke the head in one hit. Huh. Get some attack speed. Focus gamer face. And cut the tail because the tail has very little HP. Notice how I'm using my roll attack a lot. Nice, we got all of them. We got every single break off that Drask, and we floored it real fast. Not bad. Got all the breaks. Notice how I was using my rolling attack there to keep my hitbox of the sword low. The rolling light attack is super good for not only repositioning and dodging attacks, it's also very good at getting those low profile hits that will hit limbs very, very frequently. There are certain hitboxes in Dauntless that you're going to be like, how am I not hitting this right now? And even more so on smaller behemoths, like the lesser behemoths, like the Rift Stalkers. Honestly, I think that it's almost like a passive trait that the Umbral behemoths just have like kind of weird hitboxes. And so hitting the legs of Umbral behemoths can be a little bit tricky. Getting in on certain like arms of behemoths like Pangar and Nasher arms get a little bit weird. The rolling attacks are really good at hitting those low profile hits. And so we're going right back in to the next Drask hunt. And yeah, we'll make quick work. Gonna get that sword upgraded. If you're not going as fast as me, that's totally fine. Just what we're focusing on, go at your own pace. Upgrade the Drask weapon as soon as possible. A, you won't regret it, and B, it's one of the better weapons in the game. Like you're not gonna regret it in that regard, but you're also gonna want it for Kharabak, because Kharabak is a big old bully. All right, Kharabak is very annoying. You're gonna want to bring as much as of an advantage as you can. And the reason I'm saying Drask is because Lightning and Terra counteract each other. So there are 3 Terra behemoths currently. We have Skarn, we have Kharabak, and we have a later behemoth called Koshai. Koshai is personally my favorite behemoth, by the way. Fun fact. That was a question in the comments that I've gotten quite a few times. My least favorite behemoth is Kharabak, and so we're gonna rip through them real good like. So I'm gonna set you guys up to kill him, because it can be really annoying to fight. It's one of those like really fragile but really fast behemoths, so new players are gonna have probably a pretty rough time getting hang of it. Luckily the fight gets really easy. There are a lot of behemoths in Dauntless that are really fragile, high damage, and just kind of annoying. Riftstalker and Kharabak are both some of those behemoths. Got stuck there. That was strange. Again, we're going for limbs. Limbs are kind of the main sword component, but you're going to want to keep track of what you need. It's probably the same if I had to guess for all the weapons, but that is a assumption. I wouldn't take it as fact. Not a lot of stamina, but we have the Shrike Lantern, which is moving us quite along. Got hits. Shucks. That leg is broken. Did we break all the legs? No, that back leg needs work. When you cut off the tail, you actually get this attack, and it actually helps a lot. That little body slam that Drask does. I think we broke everything. It should be almost dead then. Yep. Easy peasy. We got 5 more Drask height. That should be a fair amount of upgrades for our sword. We'll see if we can get it to +4. We actually leveled up our Slayer level as well. So we're getting we're moving right along, and these hunts are going real fast. The early game does not seem to take that long, which is nice. It's like a tutorial behemoth, so that's all right. What else is there to say? Yeah, so there are a few behemoths that are really annoying for like newer players, but once you learn how to counteract them, and we'll go over these things as they come, they get super easy, and really you can read them really easily, which is nice. Okay, so we need shock patrols. That's a little unfortunate. I know we dropped a lot into our shock pike, so we might be fighting. Ooh. Do we have shock patrols available to us? Patrol, shock patrol. We have a chance to get Stormclaw and Nezaga. I don't really like the idea of putting a undergeared person against Nene or Stormclaw, since the quest is telling us to go for Kharabak, but these are all within 4 to 6 and 5 to 6 threat level. So this is something that I need to do and you may not need to do, but depending on what your shock weapons are at, we're gonna have to do a shock patrol. I wish I was able to have the foresight to do that, but the show must go on. We'll do a shock patrol here, get some shock orbs. I'm going to confirm that I have, yes I do, I have 9 remaining shock patrol bonuses. We're gonna get 20 orbs from that, so we'll at least make it. We'll do this shock patrol. Hopefully we'll get this makes me want a Terra weapon too, now that I'm meaning a little bit more business. So I'm gonna do Skarn's Rancor. I'm going to upgrade this. I have 50 Terra orbs. We're just gonna get as many upgrades in as we can before that timer hits 0. All right, +4 Skarn. That was probably really quick, but heck it, dude. We're going in, we're going hard. I told you we're going hard today, and we're gonna finish into the Maelstrom because I don't like falling behind. All right, I don't like it. You have Knockout King on the sword. We'll put Knockout King on there. We'll put our Tough Cell in there. The middleman was nice enough during his quest to give us a +1 tough. And we're up against Stormclaw, and Stormclaw is a real big downer. Stormclaw is probably one of the least liked behemoths in Dauntless, and rightfully so. It's one of those behemoths that moves really fast, has really weird hitboxes, and is overall just has really annoying moves. We'll talk a little bit more about it once we get up to it. This is kind of like a detour, but the game says we can take it, so you know, we're taking our Terra weapon. Like I said before, Terra and Shock, they both are yin and yang to each other, you know, they counteract each other. And we have our grenades. We're doing Launch the Barrage. We have a whole bunch of stuff, so we're chunking away at everything here. Also have my trusty cup of tea here. Is a 3 ginger tea. Take a sip of that. I like having a cup of tea before it's late at night here currently. Just kicking it, playing some Dauntless, having a good time. We need 5 dash leaf, I believe. So is there 5 here? No, there is not. Of course there is not. There's 4. That is unlucky. All right, Stormclaw. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? So the cool thing about the Skarn weapon, if you notice my health bar is gaining a blue bar, and now it's gone. The Skarn weapon generates a shield based on it has the chance of generating that shield, or generating a charge of that shield, is based on the amount of damage dealt. So your slower weapons are going to have a better chance of... I missed the reflect there. You can reflect that orb and it will give you a damage opening. Fun fact, but I'm generating a shield, which is going to help me stay alive on these shock behemoths, because the shock behemoths can be really annoying. They can debuff you, so you can't use particular attacks, or you can't use the use. It's not really attacks, but you can't use, like, I wouldn't be able to pick this up if I wanted to. I can't res my teammates. I can't use potions. It just inhibits your ability to really do anything. I don't know what Stormclaw is doing at the moment. I'm gonna try and reflect this. It was successful. Popping my lantern to get there faster, and I want some attack speed for this opening. There's a little bit of depth here to the sword. You can use your Valiant Overdrive and dash immediately into the behemoth to stop yourself, and cancel the animation a little bit. The early mobility of the sword is very, very strong. sword lessons with Revvy. I'm going to be making a more in-depth sword guide as we get further along. Hopefully that curves. Yes, it does. I'm just going to go for this face here. Hopefully get a knockout. That's my goal. Going for the face with a Skarn weapon. It does have additional... Oh, I missed it. That's really unfortunate, actually. Maybe it's going to charge me here. Nope. This is really annoying. This is like something new that they've made Stormclaw do. This is not a typical Stormclaw's behavior where it just kind of like runs all around and fires orbs at you. Can't say I'm enjoying it. But new tutorial, new early game. They might have changed it for the reason that Stormclaw was not very enjoyable even before this, but can't say that this is a banger. You can air dash a little bit with the overdrive. I think I just heard it. There it is. There is some dash leaf somewhere around here, I remember. We're gonna grab that while we're over here. I'm gonna sheath my weapon. So there is a sheath button. It varies. On the controller, it's typically clicking in one of the sticks, as well as it is X by default on the keyboard. Sheathing and unsheathing is very important. So we got our 5 dash leaf. It's all the way on the left of this map. And let's go finish off the Stormclaw. I'm going to try and cut the tail. The tail's pretty prized. I'm surprised it's charging me all the way over here. It's very uncharacteristic of this behemoth. It's my first time fighting it since the Switch release, so I'm used to fighting the dire version of this behemoth. Reflect that back. Chase the orb. Repeating elements. Gonna spam my light attack so I can get my stamina back. I'm just gonna kind of chill here. Yeah, they definitely changed the behavior of this behemoth. Typically it will make fences. It will like charge you. It has interruptible attacks. I don't know why my weapon sheath there. That was kind of strange. This is so weird. This is so weird. Phoenix Labs. I couldn't imagine playing this fight on like an axe right now. I know that this is like, yeah, this is not very like entertaining or educational content, but holy moly, dude. There is something wrong and something very unfun about just chasing this behemoth around. I know it just sounds like this is turning into just a Stormclaw rant, but yeah, it's a yikes. Oh, there's the fence. Okay, we're getting more moves now. Should have been paying attention. You can interrupt that attack, but I was hoping I would break this a little bit quicker. Orb. Yep. It's a tree, of course, so I don't get the opening. I'll just kind of go in, see what happens. Orb. Nope. It wanted to do the interrupt. All right. What a weird fight. They definitely changed it. All right, got that break. Got that break. Probably not. I'm just going to try and get out of here as soon as possible. Didn't have the timing. Got my overdrive though. Go for that interrupt now. It's six fences and then the attack. I'm gonna go for this pylon. You can break these. And the reason I'm not really talking about the fight is because this is my first time fighting it since the and I'm not used to this behavior, but also it fights a lot like Embermane, like it runs around a lot, right? And so with that being said, the big thing here is like, hey, you can reflect these orbs back, and I feel like everything that I can talk about, I'm doing. Oh my gosh, please die. Holy moly, we did it. Wow. That is a very uninspired fight. I am going to say that in the nicest way possible. But Stormclaw, ladies and gentlemen, a very needlessly long fight, and significantly longer than I was hoping to spend. But we got our 20 orbs. We are going to go to the blacksmith. We're going to upgrade our Drask sword, and we will carry on with our mission to complete Behemoth studies so we can upgrade our weapons beyond +4. So let's see where we fall. +2. +3. And we're going to send it on +3. We will send it on +3. +3 is fine. I'm more than confident that we'll be able to take it. We're going to put the overpower cell into this weapon. We're going to... I messed up. We're going to do sharpened because I want more parts. Part damage is good. We have no additional... what's it called? Did we get a new... did we get a mod yet? We did not. I'm going to check my mastery here. Let's go to the sword mastery. We are level 5. Let's go to our rewards. And we just got a silver offense core, I believe. And we get adhesive hilt next, which is pretty good. It makes it so you can't get knocked down while you're in overdrive. And so it's really easy to die with that, but... you know. Use at your own risk. We got a Lucent cell. Lucent's a little risky. It turns your flask into a heal over time effect. It heals for more. Okay. Okay, game. I see you. You give me that, you know, unenjoyable Stormclaw fight so we can get a +2, another +2 overpower. All right. We're feeling good. All right, Kharabak, you are going downtown. And so we have actually a lot of Terra Orbs, and so just to kind of work our way around having a weapon to +5, we'll probably upgrade that Skarn sword to +5. I'm gonna snag this while we're waiting. Yeah, holy moly. If you have fought Stormclaw by now, and you're watching this video, I am curious to hear your feedback on that fight, because they have changed that fight. It used to fight a lot more like Embermane. It would charge you a lot more. It has a lot of tail whip attacks, and it has like a lightning. It turns into a bolt of lightning and dashes, and it has so many more attacks. And that, just playing ping pong with the orb, I couldn't imagine playing that on any other weapon except Chain Blaze or sword, because I bet it was a nightmare. Very artificial. It felt like artificially difficult. Like it's just naturally so much faster than a player, and so I can't do anything about it, right? I'm going to end the rant about Stormclaw. Let's talk about Kharabak. So Kharabak is a behemoth that I really want to make a guide on, because like I said before, it's very fragile, very fast, and very predictable once you know what you're looking for. Now, Kharabak's head is very exposed, and because it is a very fragile behemoth, that means it's really susceptible to breaking the face as well as staggering. And another key thing to note is that when you break its tail, you get a huge damage window. And so the idea is to go into the fight, focus the head, because once you do, it does this like weird glide, So it's like wide open, right? Get as much damage as we can in on the head. Hammer users, you're gonna have a field day here. And then the fight kind of starts, right? It's gonna have these bees. We broke the face. We're gonna try and get a stagger here. And like I said, it gets staggered really easy. So we break the tail. It falls over. We get a huge damage window, right? Then we get a shock proc and it falls over. Now we start focusing other breaks, like that thing I taught you in the, you know, pretty much every one of these videos. We start focusing other breaks. You can break the arms, you can break the legs. These are the cases of, hey, these limbs are really hard to hit. The hitboxes aren't that great. But for the most part, we're gonna be trying to focus and keeping it still as much as possible. This will be much harder to do in a group, so I don't expect you to be successful. But the idea of, you know, stun locking a behemoth is very real. It is very possible. Tried to trade there. That move is interruptible, and I know it's hard to see Kharabak. One of the reasons it's hated so much is yeah, you can't see it. Well, you can't see it, so if you don't have the best vision or you're colorblind, it's gonna be very difficult to fight. Kind of just naturally at an unfair advantage. But I don't know. I really don't like this behemoth. I don't think it's a I feel like it's very gimmicky, I suppose. And this is a very negative video, I'm realizing. Two very unpleasant behemoths. But you know, you gotta have a little bad with the good. Can I heal myself? It is almost dead. I want to kill it before it runs, because that means more fighting Kharabak. If I die. Alright. Alright, we got it. Whew. Alrighty. Kharabak down with a +3 weapon. Not bad. Bring a shock weapon. Dodge the best you can. It has a bleed effect on some of its cutter and just normal attacks, so you can counteract that with some healing. Healing any amount of damage. Will take away bleeding. Go for the face ASAP. Break the face. KO. Go for tail. Shock proc. Get as much damage in as you can. Make the most of it. And if you are a group of 4, I want you to dog pile. You understand me? Dog pile. It can't run away if it's dead. All right, get that burst window. Practice that if you're so inclined. If you have trouble with Kharabak, try it solo. Try it solo. I highly recommend it. Try playing Dauntless solo. See if you can do it. See how well you do. You know, maybe do one hunt. If you play for an hour and there are 2 hunts that you can do, and you know, maybe you take 30 minutes each time with a group of 4. Take that time to do one of your hunts solo, see how well you do, and then if you win or fail, then do one with a group. Try it out. We killed Kharabak. Give me them orbs. Melting the ice. Normal frost behemoth with a blaze weapon, and normal blaze behemoth with a frost weapon. Okay. Diversifying the arsenal. I respect it. We can now, or at least should be able to, craft +5 weapons. And so we're going to do actually the Ember Cutlass, because we have those orbs from the quest. And we will go to the Armorsmith and hopefully, fingers crossed, be able to upgrade to +5 as well. And that will conclude into the Maelstrom. Return to Katerin Sorel. We're on our way. We also are going to pit stop. We have a level on our free-to-play hunt pass. We'll grab that. Got heroic Vambrises. Vambraces? Is it Vambraces or Vambraces? I have no idea. We did Alchemical Romance. That is dope. I believe we unlocked some more potions with that completion. And we're going to get even more when we stagger behemoths with a hammer 5 times and wound 5 times with the warp pike. So we used the warp pike a little bit early, unfortunately, but there's always more hunts with the warp pike to be had. Into the Maelstrom is complete. Longer episode. I apologize, or don't apologize, actually. You guys wanted this. You asked for this. I don't apologize. I'm not sorry that this is a longer episode, all right? But I am sorry that it did turn into a little bit of a winch fest. Anyway, let's conclude there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let's turn this in really fast, actually. I want to see what's next. I need to get the name of the next quest. Heralds of the Storm. Hunt Pangar, Hunt Hellion, Hunt Drask. We got plenty of time to bang those 3 out, so we'll do that in the next episode. If you left a comment again on this series, thank you so much for A, watching, but B, taking the time to leave that comment. I really appreciate it, and I read them all. So if you guys have any questions or any feedback, or if you want me to do particular things, I'll consider it if you guys leave a comment, and I might even respond. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe and use creator code RevvyRad in the Dauntless in-game store. And I stream on Twitch. Hit me up there. That'll be in the description. And yeah, that'll do. Heralds of the Storm is up next. I'm looking forward to it. I will see you guys on the Shattered Isles. Let's get it. All right, Heralds of the Storm.